Welcome all to Lockdown News Australia. My name is Fred Stoan, and today's guest is a musician and activist from the United Kingdom. I have with me Cambel McLaughlin, who is a band leader and founder of Jam for Freedom. Now, Jam for Freedom is not just a band, it's also become a worldwide musical movement. Thank you for joining me, Cambel.
You're very welcome, Fred. Thank you.
Cool. So I kind of watched all of this unfold myself, and I like how organically it came together. So we'll take this through step by step, if you don't mind. And you started as a lone solo drummer working with the crowd of protesters, is that right?
Essentially, well, actually, my first Jam for Freedom that I set up was on the day of national lockdown, and I could only really find one musician that wanted to get involved, and that was brave enough to play outside when it was considered, illegal. So it was a
Yes.
Brazilian drummer called Felipe Amori who joined in the jam, and then I started singing along to some backing tracks without the drums in. This is the kind of what we were dealing with. We were just desperately trying to get our message out. We didn't care if we didn't have the full band and the glamour and the luxury equipment. We just lugged the gear. I think I jumped in a taxi, which cost quite a lot of money. I put all of my savings to start this up because I just felt so passionately that we were going to win, and that this was the way that I could be part of the resistance.
Yeah.
So now I drum and sing at the same time. So I've worked on that this year. So I'm often the lead singer at the shows, but as it's a jam, anyone can get involved. We've had opera singers join us on the tour. We've had sax players, solo artists. Anybody's welcome. We've had, kids come and sing with us.
Yeah.
It's just a phenomenal movement. Yeah. And it's grown to just way more than me. It's now global with, thousands and thousands of people know about us, and 4 different Jam for
Yeah.
Freedom groups across the globe at the moment, with more coming in Canada, the United States, and I'm sure many more.
Yeah. So you have a main guitarist that hangs with you as well. He does his own YouTube channel. I can't remember his name. Who was
Yeah,
that?
so that's Suroj.
Suroj,
Suroj
that's
runs
it.
a YouTube channel called Actual Interview, although I think it's
Yep.
being changed to Actual Coverage soon. He's a fantastic independent journalist that comes to the rallies, and not only that, but he's an unbelievable guitarist.
Yes.
And we wrote our debut track together, Life of Rebels. So Suraj has joined us on tour since,
Oh, so you've
I
written
think, about May.
a song together.
Yeah. So Jam for Freedom, we've released our debut track. Um,
Oh,
I think it
wow.
was on Tuesday, actually. Yeah. So we
Oh,
were kind
just
of
recent.
because
Right.
yeah, because we're so focused on the activism of getting out there, playing,
Yeah, for sure.
touring, is we didn't have time to kind of write any original materials. So we kind of valued the more kind of physical approach of getting out there instead of uploading things online, which is great, but really when you're out there, on the field, playing to people in person, it's a whole new ball game. So we prioritize that. But now we've got our first single out, Life of a Rebel. You can download that for free at jamforfreedom.com. But you can, put a
Cool.
contribution in as well if you do want to support our efforts.
For
But
sure.
everything we do, is for free. All of our shows, our festivals, our music. Um, we play in pubs for free. We set up festivals there, pubs that sign our free house declaration. But yeah, Suraj has been a phenomenal part of our journey. Very thankful.
Yeah, cool.
Part of the
So
resistance.
is you and him are the main 2 band members then? Is there anybody else who is as regular as used to?
Sure. On the UK Jam for Freedom, it is mainly myself and Suraj.
Yep.
But we've had some incredible members join us for several months at a time, such as Archie Eccentric. We had
Yep.
some great singers, Anya O'Grady, Vivian Bartes, who's also an artist, who's joined us on tour. And we had an opera singer, Charlotte Aikenhead, join us for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
Suroj actually met her at a forest party in North London, and
Okay.
then 3 days later, she's on a train to join us on tour,
Oh,
and
cool.
she played Scotland with us, Wales, and lots of places in England as well. So
So you've
it's
been
it's an
touring the
amazing
whole of
community.
Britain as well, then?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they told us in the UK that we couldn't go 7 miles out of our house, so I
Yeah.
managed to. So I know that that's completely unlawful, and I'm a British citizen. I can travel all across my own land, whenever and however I want, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I fundraised a motorhome to rent.
Okay.
So we rented a motorhome. This was in January 2020. We started fundraising it. A few
Yep.
weeks into the national lockdown, and we managed to get it. And so we got that motorhome, and we toured the UK. And obviously, because there was no hotels, or nobody really knew us. Well, we were much less well known. Nowadays, we've got people all across the country that put us up in their houses and offer us
Oh, cool.
hospitality, which is unbelievable. Money can't buy
Yeah.
that. But back
No.
in January, no one really knew about us. So we had to get a motorhome, so we had somewhere to sleep and somewhere to shower and use the toilets, because restaurants weren't
Yes.
open. There were no public toilets. I mean,
Yeah, you're
we
right.
it was our only option. So we got the motorhome, um, and then I think we did 4 gigs with it. And then what happened is, on the third gig, I got arrested for playing and bringing too many smiles to people, because there was hundreds of people in a park in West London. I got arrested, left the motorhome overnight in the parking space,
Yeah.
and then I got let out. And the next morning, the owner of the motorhome, who was letting us, leasing it to us, I suppose you could say, he found out about this. It's like a £50,000 motorhome,
Yeah.
high spec. He gave us a really good rate on it, though. It wasn't like we didn't go for the luxury ones. There was actually nobody was really letting us rent one. I went through about 6, 7 different people saying,
Wow.
"Hi, can we rent it? We're making a documentary about lockdowns." Um, Even saying, "Oh, we're not a music group. We're not musicians. No, 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 no. That's not what we do." Like, because if we did, they would have gone,
Anything.
"No
Just
way."
give us the van. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we got the motorhome eventually. He gave us an incredible rate for it. I think it was like £40 or £30 a day,
Wow.
um, which actually I'm not sure. It might have been slightly more, but anyway, from my memory, it was a fantastic deal.
Yeah.
And anyway, so then we played. I got let out of custody. This trying to take. I've got to go on trial on November the 5th for that. Apparently, I'm an organizer for a massive event, which isn't true. But
Oh,
whatever. My lawyer will totally destroy them.
oh, good luck with
Um,
that, mate, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, next day I came out. Um, the day after I came out, we went down to Essex and played another show in the motorhome. But then we got pulled over.
Yep.
Motorhome owner got contacted. Oh, they're playing music events, blah blah blah, and he recalled the vehicle. So I was a bit down after that. Um, but
Understandably.
I
Yeah.
pulled my head up, kept going, and we managed to fundraise to get a cheap people carrier for 500
Okay.
quid. Um, Top, really good one. And we used that to travel up to Scotland and Wales and continue touring. Um, and then what happened? I mean, I think I think I think then I played the gig in Hyde Park, where the police came and smashed my equipment and assaulted
Oh,
people.
did
And then
they?
after that, it was live streamed on Resistance GB and some other live streamers like Actual Coverage, um, Subject Access. And then Eric Clapton was watching that, and then he got in touch and donated to us, um, and that really gave us a phenomenal boost to keep going. I
Amazing.
couldn't believe it,
Is
and
that
yeah,
what
the rest is
started the
history.
worldwide movement? The Eric Clapton stepping in and, you know, donating and stuff?
Uh,
Is that what set it off worldwide more, Or was it
oh,
already going worldwide
that was a
beforehand?
big thing. I mean, I always wanted it to push it worldwide. I had people get in
Mm,
touch with me, um, before. saying, "Oh, how can I help you? How can we put one on in, different parts of the world, or can you come here?" But when Eric Clapton put us in his video, this has got to stop.
Hmm.
Um, about a month and a half ago, I got a few messages, a few emails from serious people looking to set one up, and
Cool.
including the guys over at Jam for Freedom Australia. So shout outs to those. Um, Shout
Great.
outs to John and some other top blokes over there. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
a big thing. Yeah, who've we got in the
So,
Jam for Freedom Australia? John Bulmer, Ben Pearson.
right.
Um, those are the guys that are kind of
Do they
running that.
and they're calling themselves Jam for Freedom as a band?
Yeah. They rock
Yep.
the t-shirts, they rock the logo. They've got their
Yep.
own group. They do it all independently. They
Were
run it
they also a
however
band
they
that
want to
sort
do
of
it.
came together for this movement, or were they originally a band that just stepped into the movement?
Uh, I think they were musicians, but they were kind of part-time musicians working other, their careers were,
Hmm.
they had other jobs. But this is
Yeah.
just a great way for them to get out on the weekends, or do whatever,
Sure.
play the protest. Like they played a huge protest in Perth, um,
Right.
well, today in your time.
Yep.
Um, this obviously I'm a day behind you.
Yep.
You're in the future. But yeah, they've done an amazing job. But Eric Clapton's support with putting us in his new song with Van Morrison has boosted us massively. And then we've done the interview with Steve Bannon, which has made a phenomenal impact, especially stateside. We've now got
Hmm.
people in Canada who are going to be setting their ones up. We've had people offer
Cool.
their land for us to put on
Oh wow.
festivals and Jam for Freedom events in Arizona, in Utah, in Pennsylvania. Um, yeah, it's phenomenal, man.
That's that's really
It's
growing huge, isn't
brilliant.
it? No stopping it now.
No, it's unstoppable, man. They're gonna have to get me um, if they want to stop this.
So when the police smashed up your equipment, you were saying before, what happened with that? Did you get any kind of reimbursement? Did it just gets broken and end of? Are you suing them at all? How much damage was done?
Sure. Yeah, we should be pursuing that um, angle, but I mean, I'm not going to lie, because of the people around us protecting us,
Hmm.
Fred, which was like I didn't really like. Obviously, I'm in the middle of a gig. It's intense. We're playing for hours. I'm in the moment. I'm in the zone. I'm standing on a speaker, singing an Oasis track. Everyone's singing along
Okay.
with me. Right. I didn't realize. I mean, I saw the police coming, but I didn't realize the people were protecting us. The people were protecting the band. They were
Right.
physically creating a barrier between us and the police. And because of that, not much of our equipment actually got damaged.
Oh, great.
We actually managed to protect virtually all of it. I think the stand got a little bit messed up,
Hmm.
but we replaced some of the parts. Um, I think yeah, some things got like chipped and cracked, but there was no serious damage because the people protected us. And I remember watching back the footage, I just remember sitting in my car after the show, after we pulled all the gear back in, because we had to kind of dash off because the riot police rolled in soon
Yeah.
after the police got, dispersed everyone by attacking them.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in my car and being like, "Oh my goodness, the people just protected us." Like I couldn't believe it. Like I had people around me that have helped out the movement that we've toured with, and they've jumped on the trains with us and
Yeah.
helped lug gear around. And I didn't realize this is how much it means to them. This is their culture, this is their freedom, and music is an integral part of that.
Mm. Yeah. The live scene has just been absolutely decimated by these lockdowns all around the world, and it's sad. Um, yeah, we can't let that happen. We've got to fight to keep the live music. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean it was my life. I quit my job to start this off. That's how passionate I
Okay.
am about about what I do. But um,
Great.
I was playing on the streets of London. I was playing in Leicester Square, Trafalgar Square, the busiest parts of Europe, pretty much. Playing with a like a kind of a junk drum kit,
Hmm.
um, wearing a suit and tie, and just chatting to the crowds. And I was making good money every night. And then I was doing my 9 to 5 as well. And then I was, going to the gym. I had all the what was like a good life. Building up a good life for myself,
Yeah. Yep.
and working hard and being ambitious. And then they stripped that all away from me. I'm not going to let you slide. I'm not going to let that slide. You're not going to get away with that.
Hmm.
So Jam for
Hmm.
Freedom had to start. It was just it was so
Inevitable.
it's our rebellion. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So you've got a website and everything like that going. You're on Telegram and YouTube. You got a YouTube channel as well for Jam for Freedom, yeah?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Yep.
We're on Twitter. We're on
Yep.
Telegram. We're on Facebook. We're on Getter. Um, if you do want to support us, go to jamforfreedom.com, pick up a t-shirt, hoodie, become a member, donate to
Yep.
our Freedom Fund, which goes towards paying off, any legal fees that might incur when they try and sue us, and
Sure.
try and put us in jail, which they're not going to get away with at all because of our Bill of Rights, which gives us the right to petition, the right to protest.
Hmm.
So I'm very, very confident in all that we do.
Have
Um,
the police left you alone since? So I mean, they sort of had a go at you in the early stages, by the sounds of it. But say the last 6 months, have they kind of left you alone a bit more? They relaxed, or they still, at you?
yeah, things have relaxed a lot with the police.
Good.
Um, you know, they often, authorities often try and engage with us, and I'm not interested in engaging at
Yeah.
all. So I don't engage with them. I play my music. I celebrate my culture. I celebrate freedom. I bring people together. I bring kids together. I bring
Hmm.
smiles. Um, and that's something that they will never be able to stop.
Mm.
So we've,
Yeah, the events I've seen have been very family orientated and family friendly events for sure. There's always been children there and stuff. Yeah, and the
yeah,
crowds often sing along to your music. So you often play classic rock, would you call it?
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
We're essentially, playing music that people love, and
Hmm.
songs that have memories attached to them.
Mm.
Um, it's just the best way to kind of get to people's hearts, and have them relax, and reconsider perhaps
Yep.
their positions, and strengthen um, their minds and their souls and their spirits, because they've been beaten down, they've been mentally abused by um, by the government and the mainstream media, and all of the agencies that they use to create this pandemic of fear.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, and so we do play a lot of covers, and that also gives people an opportunity to get involved. But as I mentioned earlier, we've got our debut single, which is "Life of a Rebel." That's a
Yep.
song that we wrote, inspired by Eric Clapton and Van Morrison's "Where Have All the Rebels Gone."
Awesome.
And I've been told by Eric that he wrote the solo, the updated version, to it whilst watching our gigs. That's how much it means to him, and
Wow.
that's how much this movement is getting out there to some fantastic people. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
So just going back to the website for a minute, do you have gigs and bands and stuff, everything on there for everybody to see? Is that all around the world then? All the gigs on that one website?
yep,
Yep.
yeah. If you go to jamfreedom.com, you can see our tour diary, and you can see actually tomorrow, which is the 17th of October, Sunday. There's going to be 4 simultaneous shows in Switzerland, Zurich, um, St Albans in England, quite close to London, Dublin, Ireland, and obviously Perth, Western Australia. There's going to be 4 individual Jam for Freedom, so you can have a
Wow.
look at those ones. You can also look at our UK tour diary, which is where we visit venues that sign our Free House Declaration, which is essentially a declaration saying that you will stay open during any further lockdowns, and that you will never discriminate against people,
Hmm.
especially on medical grounds. Um, so this is this is something that any venue can sign up to across the globe. We've had Americans sign up to it as well. So we're going to be sorting them out for a free festival. If you sign the declaration, you get yourself a free Jam for Freedom festival. We come along, we bring the people, we bring the good vibes, we bring the gazebo, we bring the sound system. Uh, Anybody is welcome. You just got to show unity and show that you will never surrender. So that's on our website. You can also support us as well. You can get our merch, become a member, donate, and see so much more. We've got an artist spotlight page where we've got about 20 different artists that have been in touch with us who want to put, who are writing songs in support of freedom.
Okay.
You can join our mailing list. What else do we have on the website? Yeah, that's pretty much it at
You
the
guys
moment.
are
But
going
there's
all out. You're not holding back at all, are you? You know?
no, this is the hill to die on, because this is rock and roll. I mean, we grew up playing rock and roll. We grew up playing the blues. We grew up going to gigs and being
Hmm.
free. And all I'm doing is just continuing the legacy of people that created the world that we live in. And it's not just about rock and roll, it's about my ancestors before that, my English ancestors, my Scottish ancestors, my
Hmm.
Viking ancestors, all of these people that were brave and took risks and discovered and made this modern world. We want to make sure that we put our stamp on the world and give give freedom to everybody. This isn't just about us and our ancestors. This is about all peoples and all cultures being giving the right to be left alone and to enjoy music, arts, culture, and have a good time with their friends and family freely.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you've said quite a bit there, and you got quite a bit off your chest by the sounds of it. But before we
Yeah, man.
finish up,
Woo!
is there anything
Woo!
else you want to say to the audience out there?
Yeah, Jam for Freedom Day tomorrow, Sunday, the 17th of October. Check out our live streams. That's another section I forgot. There's a live stream section where you're going to be able to find all 4 live streams for these shows. Um,
Right. On the website, there's a live stream
yeah,
section. Yep. Yep.
yes,
Awesome. That's
you
great.
can watch
That
all of
really,
them
yep, makes it around the world.
simultaneously.
Yes.
But I think the Australia one's going to be a lot earlier, so um, there's probably going to be a bit of a
Okay.
gap after the Perth one
Time
before
zones
we
can't help.
kick off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the UK one should be to be the next one to start, which would be 12 p.m. GMT. But yeah, tune in, check us out, um, support us. We're totally independent. We don't take a penny from the government. We're not even set up as a charity or a business. Maybe we should be. Maybe that will help with VAT and stuff. I don't know, but
Hmm.
what we do is just totally off. Um, you know, it's funded by the people for the people, and with over 100 international shows, we're working non-stop. We're doing 2, 3, sometimes 4 gigs a week, going out on the streets all across the UK, all across the world. And if you do want to get in touch and put on your own Jam for Freedom, just get in touch, email contact@jamforfreedom.com, and
Hmm.
we will sort you out with some resources and support you to put on a Jam for Freedom anywhere across the globe. Let's do this, guys.
Awesome. Congratulations, man. And I really appreciate what you've done for the community. And I appreciate what the community have done for you guys too. It's an all in it's an all in gig that we've got going here. And I want to wish you good luck for everything you do in the future. Yeah, I hope that music stays alive
It
and
will.
we don't lose it.
No way, man. It's not going away, man. And Fred, thank you as well. You're part of the resistance, killing it with your website. Love the design. Um,
Thank you.
we're part of the resistance. Let's get a beer together sometime, and
Sure.
let's enjoy the fruits of our labor, which is defending freedom, man. Woo!
That's it. That's it. All right. Thanks, Campbell. Appreciate that, mate. Catch you
Thank you,
later.
Fred. Have a lovely day.